Hi Aries, how are you? This is Janine from Soul's Journey Tarot, and I'm here to give you your March 2020 reading. I'm sure that so far you guys are having a really cool day. I hope so. We are nearing Mercury retrograde. Are we coming into Mercury retrograde? Or we're in Mercury retrograde? So I know that some of us might already start be feeling this energy, and communication might just get a little bit blurred, confusing as well. And I think that you're going to be feeling this energy even after the Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde ends sometime in March, I think in the middle of March. I'm not astrologically inclined, so I'm just thinking I try to keep up to date. But yeah, I don't really study astrology as much as what I study tarot and oracle and spiritualism. But anyways, that's just me. So while I was busy preparing for your reading, meditating, I started getting these downloads already, Aries. And I feel that this month is going to be a very, very powerful month. I think that you are going to become aware of a situation around you or aware of something that is developing inside of you. It's like that hazy glaze is being lifted, that veil is being lifted from your eyes, and you're going to start seeing situations in a way that you never really saw it before. Now, I think at first, when you start getting these downloads, these intuitive downloads, or these epiphanies, or these aha moments, of when you start realizing why things is happening the way that they're happening, it might be a little bit difficult for you to actually grasp the concept of it all, and realize that in every situation, no two sides are just right and no two sides are just wrong. So I feel like you're going to start realizing the other person or the people who you're dealing with or the situation, how it became to evolve and come into your life. And I also think there's going to be an aspect where you're going to be looking at yourself and you're going to start realizing what your role in the whole situation was, or is, okay, for what's coming up in March. But you could start feeling this energies in February already. It's like, if you've been getting a lot of trouble, people are on your case, and you kind of like in a very defensive position, you feel like you need to protect yourself. But on the other hand, where you're standing strong within yourself, it's kind of like you're starting to realize, okay, but maybe I need to change the way that I do things, or change the way that I'm seeing things or viewing things, and become more open and receptive. And this is good. Because when you face truths about situations, people, and even yourself, then you allow yourself to heal and come to terms with it and actually improve your life in a very big way. So for some of you, I feel I did get a download that there may be for some of you a little bit of regret or sadness. It could possibly be that there's a situation that unfolds, and you and the other person or another party or whatever kind of acts in ways that is not really according to your standards, your morals, and your values. But we're going to take a look into that. That's just what the messages that I was getting as I was preparing for your reading. All right, Aries. So I do read from the Daily Oracle for everybody, and the Daily Oracle is by Jericho Mandibo. You can find this book on Amazon. It's much like the Oracle cards, but it's just a daily scripture that you can read. And the card that, or not the card, hear me now. What came out for you, I actually bookmarked it, is there is no shame in shining. I just want to see if I can get it closer. There is no shame in shining. So for some of you, that's going to be a very prevalent message, okay? So be who you are. There's no shame in being who you are. Nobody's perfect. In fact, we are imperfectly perfect people. And that's what makes us so unique and different from everybody else and sets us out from the crowd. So shine your light, and shine your light on others as well. All right, guys, so I want to start off by saying thank you to the gods and goddesses, the angels and the Holy Devine, for being with us in this present moment. Help us to receive all of the messages with love and light in our hearts. All right, guys, I'm using the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I'm going to be clarifying with the Witch's Tarot. I do have other tarot cards. I've got Egyptian Tarot, and I've got whatchamacallit, what's that deck? The Wild Unknown Tarot. But for this time being, it's just these are the decks that I'm using and that I'm called to, and I'm really accustomed to working with. So yeah, that's why I love these decks so much. They just speak to me and I seem to connect with it. All right, Spirit, what is it that Aries needs to know for March 2020? What is it that Aries needs to know for March 2020? Aries, March 2020. Okay, so your first card did come up, and we're actually looking at the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups is all about innocence. You could be dealing with children at this moment because there are children in these cards as well. But you could also be very nostalgic at this time, especially with Mercury retrograde coming in, where you're thinking back to your childhood, where you're thinking how things evolved in your life, people that you met, situations, things that you did, places that you've been, happy moments, you know. And also, of course, with happy moments, we think about times in our lives where things were not so happy and how it molded us into being the adults that we are today. I also see you as being very giving and very caring. You're very receptive at the moment with your emotions. You're very nurturing as well. Also a bit of a free spirit, and there's a little bit of innocence around you. You could be receiving a gift or a gift message or just some surprising news from somebody, you know, from your childhood, or somebody that you've known what it feels like in a past lifetime. You could be reuniting with some family and friends. Just, you know, if it's not physically, you could be reuniting with them, you know, over text message or finding them on Facebook or something. But I do see very much in the sense of where you are, you very nostalgic at this time. The next card that came out for you is the moon. Yes, now whenever the moon appears, the moon is kind of mysterious. The moon is illuminating things that we do not know of. It's kind of like unforeseen things and unforeseen situations. But I see you like, yeah, there's a crayfish. Now, because the moon is out and the sun is not shining, that means that the water will be dark and murky and maybe even a little bit muddy. But this crayfish, in other words, you are coming out of a dark space, a time where things were murky for you, a time where things were not so clear for you, and you're coming out to see, you know, there's a dog and I think a coyote or a wolf or something, they're barking at the moon, and you're kind of coming out to see what all of this racket is about. It's so, in other words, you are getting insights and downloads, and you're following a path where you want to see where can life take you at this moment. If things have been going on and a little bit chaotic in your life, or things have not been making sense, you're going to be coming into these intuitions where you're starting to realize what everything is going on about, what everybody's complaining about, what everybody is, you know, doing in their life and things like that. But this is also a very spiritual journey for you, Aries, where it's just that you decided that you need to get out of the dark space in your life and release that and move on something better. Now, there may be some problems because, I mean, on any journey, we never know if it's going to be good or bad or whatever. But if we don't take the journey, how will we know if we will be successful or not? But I also see that there is some changes coming in for you, especially within yourself internally. But follow your intuition, because whatever spiritual downloads you're getting at the moment, it's going to be spot on for you, Aries. All right. So far it's a very nice reading. I see is very much, excuse me, as you coming into yourself, becoming more self-aware, realizing who you are. Now you have the Two of Pentacles coming in. Now this is, Spirit is asking you very clearly here, try to balance things a little bit more. Okay, you may be multitasking. There may be a lot on your plate at work, a lot of things that you're weighing up at home. There may be many options, or two options in specific, that you have to make a decision of to try to get your life more back into balance. Okay, I see this card as, you know what is at stake to lose, but you also know what you can gain. So there is a very clear decision where you kind of need to drop one of those things, one of the balls. You need to drop it because it's just keeping you unbalanced. And you want to find, especially with the moon, where you're going into yourself, you want to find yourself now. You want to be balanced and you want to have that harmony in your life. I think that there's been, for some of you, a little bit of chaos. Okay, well, you see, that's just too many cards. I can't take that. I think that there's been a little bit of chaos in your life and confusion, and you're not really understanding why is it feeling like you're going round and round and round in circles, and every time you try to change a situation or an outcome, then usually it just ends up being exactly the same or even worse. Now we do have the Two of Wands. So I'm definitely feeling for you, Aries, that you do have a decision that you need to make. It could be financially inclined, or it could be in your home as well. You take it as it resonates to you. But the thing is, you've got the world in your hands at the moment. And when you come out of the darkness, you're going to realize the changes that you want to make and how you want to make it. And you're going to start seeing ways in that you can invest in yourself, invest in your finances, invest in situations. For some of you, you could even be traveling. You could be going on a holiday. You could be traveling for work at this time quite a lot also, or it can also be that you're waiting for some kind of a result. Okay, but I definitely feel it as you got the world in your hands, and you realize that there's some aspect of yourself in your life that you need to cut loose to really move forward and create the life that you want for yourself. And it also came with a high priestess. So definitely March is going to be a very intuitive month for you. You're going to be getting downloads. Listen to your dreams. Your dreams may be very prevalent. You may be meeting somebody randomly and they just give you a message that really just gets to you on some kind of a level. I see you becoming very aware, not only aware of yourself, but aware of other people as well, aware of how other people around you are acting. And it might be the case that you're wondering, why are the people acting in the way that they do? Why do they say the things that they do? What is the motive behind their actions? And how does this involve me? And you're going to be finding these answers, okay? I see this very much as a time, Aries, where you're just really going to be becoming very self-aware. And that's really beautiful. It's almost like you waking up to yourself and waking up to the truths of who you are. And yeah, sometimes that road is bumpy. Nobody likes to hear hard truths about themselves. But when we face the truths and we face our roles that we have in certain situations where we're not seeing a favorable outcome for us, we can then begin to make changes. All right, I got two cards that fell. Just give me a second here. I'm going to grab it. The Page of Pentacles. Now, this is a beautiful card. The Page of Pentacles is something that you have, something that you hold very precious to yourself, near and dear. It could be an idea. It could be you coming into a new career. It could be news about money raise. It could be about investments. Now, this can even be investments in your home as well, or even internally. But this is very fertile ground over here, and the sun is shining. Okay, you'll see there's the soil in the background, flowers growing, the grass is green, the weather is looking good, and the red in tarot symbolizes power. And Aries, you are a fire sign, and you're represented by fire, which is red. And so you are very powerful this month, Aries. You're very powerful in your intuition. You're very powerful in your actions. It's like you're getting all of these downloads where things is just going to start clicking and making sense for you. And this is where if we remember what the Daily Oracle said, there's no shame in shining. You're going to come into yourself more powerful, more acknowledging and accepting of who you are, and perhaps even accepting other people and situations as well. So this is a beautiful time for you, Aries. I do see pentacles here and wands and just one card of cups. So with the pentacles, you could be dealing with earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or it can just be you dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, another fire sign, or you coming into these elements. Okay, we all have these elements within us. With the Three of Pentacles, you're going to be getting some recognition. You're also going to be getting, you're going to be working hard. I feel you're going to be working very hard on yourself at this moment, but also on projects. You're going to be collaborating with a team. I think you're going to be very busy this month at work, and you're going to be harvesting your skills and your qualities and your craftsmanships, and people are going to start recognizing the talents that you have. But what I'm getting from this card, strangely enough, is that the talents that you have may not be the talents that you think you have. It may be something else where you focused on one area of your life. Your talent might actually shine in other areas, and that is what people is going to be recognizing about you. They're going to see that you're very diverse and very hardworking, and definitely you're going to be getting some beautiful recognition coming your way, and just shine there. You're going to be like a knight in shining armor. And if you think about a knight, what does a knight go through? He goes out to war. He fights battles. He's seen the worst of things. He's seen the worst of people. And he's also seen the worst of himself and what he is capable of. But in the same sense, he can gather strength from that and see just what he is capable of accomplishing and what he is capable of achieving and how powerful he can really be. Now, I am saying he, but keep in mind, this is not gender specific. So it could be for male and female as well. All right. Wow, look at this. You are coming out into your own reading. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. The Emperor. You are in your element in the month of March. And let's not forget, Aries, that it is your birthday. So it makes complete sense that this is going to be such a powerful time for you. The Emperor is all about gaining the respect from people around you. It's you coming up into leadership and, just harnessing your strength. For some of you, you could be dealing with, if you're a father or you have, your father is still alive, you could be dealing with authoritative figures, father figures in your life, or just men in general that you look up to, okay? But you are really coming into your element at the moment, Aries. And what a beautiful thing to see for the March of April, where you're taking complete control and acceptance and leadership, and you're standing your ground with everything that is happening in your life. It's kind of like you want to sweep the dirt, not under the carpet. You want to sweep the dirt right out of your house, and you want to clean up and make things better and improve things. But with the Two of Pentacles, it could be that you are tackling so much at this moment that you might be feeling quite tired, withdrawn, and even a little bit cranky, okay? I'm feeling that it could be that you're getting a little bit of a mood swings. Some of you could be falling into a slight depression, but that would be due to tiredness, fatigue, also not because you are doing so much in your physical world, but also because you are doing a lot of work in your internal world as well. The Five of Swords, very interesting. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. But I'm picking up that you could have some challenges, all right? And that's maybe why you are feeling so fatigued, why you're feeling so tired, because these challenges is not only testing you physically, but it's also going to test you emotionally, all right? But pass this test, and you can pass this test, all right? Because you're standing in your element, you have these leadership qualities, you have what it takes within you, okay? But try to be disciplined. Try not to be all over the show. Try to realize that there's two sides of a story. Especially because I think that this might be a time where you are a little bit tired. You may get a little bit cranky, and I think you might actually, don't bite my head off, but I think you might kind of take that out on other people and become slightly aggressive and domineering. And that's not going to go down well with other people. The Page of Swords is coming in. This is a very defensive energy. You could be dealing with a younger Gemini or a Libra or an Aquarius. But the Page of Swords is also very much bringing in news. And this is the thing. With the Page of Swords, I'm feeling like you're going to be receiving truths, okay? Now, you're going to find out things where with the moon, everything was hidden, but you're coming out of that dark space, and things is going to be revealed to you. And especially when the Five of Swords and the Page of Swords comes out, I believe that for some of you might even get involved with an argument with somebody who is slightly younger than you, or even arguing over children, because there is 2 pages here with the 6 of Cups. So that's 4 children that I'm seeing here. And you know, you could get into these arguments. But the thing is, Aries, everybody at this, you know, everybody goes through difficult times, confusion. So try to keep your aggression at bay. I don't know why I'm picking up. Some of you might just be rather aggressive at this time. All right, here's the last two cards that come out for you. And I'll show you the bottom of the deck now. But you have the King of Wands and Justice. Justice is a Libra card. So you're fighting for equality. You're fighting for balance. You're fighting for respect. But remember, when you fight for these things, other people are going to fight for them also, because they're going to feel that they also deserve this in their lives. So I think be very mindful of how you're treating people and how you're working with people in the work front or in your home life. And with the King of Wands also, this is you just coming up into your element. The King of Wands is a bold leader. He possesses power. He's very charming and he's courageous. And these elements are just going to shine through you in the month of March. And I really think that you have the qualities and you have the skills to overcome these obstacles and challenges. But I do feel that there's going to be some truth that you're going to have to hear. And when you acknowledge these truths and acknowledge that this is how people feel about situations, then there will come balance into your life. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Magician. That is beautiful. This is you harnessing your power. This is you taking what you have, putting your heart and your mind into it, and seeing how you can create things in a more positive light for yourself, as long as you are not using any form of trickery or manipulation to get what you want, Aries. Because if you start doing that, then I think you're going to come up against people and they're not going to be very happy with you. All right, so we're going to clarify now with the Witch's Tarot, and we're going to see what we can pick up here. But a very beautiful reading for you. Where's my voice going? Maybe there's a sense where communication is going to be key. How you handle communication and how you communicate with others this month is going to be very prevalent in your life in the time of March. All right, Spirit, can we please get some clarifications? Thank you. The first card up, oh my, the Five of Swords. So we have a clarity. So they definitely keep in mind that there can be some arguments, some rivalry coming up for you, Aries. And I think that these arguments is going to be about because the communication is not there and you're really tired and you're feeling really like, I don't see any stress card, but you're just doing a lot of work. And I think this argument that's coming up for you, it may not always be an argument, it might just be something smaller than an argument, but try not to let it manifest into a big kaboom where a lot of people are getting hurt and things are being said that, you know, could have been held. Because, you know, Aries, when you go out to war, you are feisty, okay? The Three of Pentacles, again, definitely you're going to be getting some recognition. There's going to be people that is coming into, you know, coming in. You're going to be working with other people. You're going to be building things. And this can even be in your relationships. It could be in your working environment where you're just really working with other people to get to a place and achieve things that is best for the highest good of everybody. Wow, the Four of Pentacles. So in some area of your life, you may be feeling a little bit unsatisfied or dissatisfied. You may not be feeling very fulfilled. And that might be why you want to strike up a little bit of an argument. It may feel like that you're not getting what you want, or things is not happening in the way that you want them to, or people are not doing things in the way that you want them to. And so I think you might be feeling slightly unfulfilled in some area in your life at the moment. But we have the Fool. You see, this is a new beginning. Everything that is happening, it was always meant to happen. Now with the Fool, try not to be naive, okay, and be impulsive, because you really have the opportunity now to stand in your life and take a leap of faith, to take a leap of faith on yourself. Have some faith in yourself. Have some faith in the situation and in other people, okay? And when you do so full-heartedly, without foolishness, without aggression, without being naive and acting impulsive. You're really going to fly this month, Aries. And I see it as a beautiful turning point for you. Now we have another page, the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles has come out twice for you already. So you have it within you to manifest, especially with a Magician, the kind of life that you want. There is growth that is possible here for you. For many of you, you could be, hearing about some money and financial opportunities, and investments, and even security and stability within your own home as well. So that's beautiful for you, Aries. The Chariot, wow, this is Cancerian energy, but this is you really harnessing your power and kind of pulling the reins so that you have the life that you want, okay? And this is very much so with the Two of Pentacles. If you're going to continue juggling and being all over the place, something's going to give in, because when you let go of the reins of these two horses, what happens? They're each going to go in their own direction. The Chariot is going to topple over, and the same goes for the Two of Pentacles. The minute you stop juggling, they're going to topple down to the floor. So try to gain some control over the situation, and even I'm feeling try to gain some control over your emotions as well, because you are going through quite a big transformation emotionally, where you're becoming awake and realizing a lot of truths about yourself and situations and people around you. You may feel like you are physically stuck. You may feel like you're unable to get out of the situation with the Eight of Swords. You may, because she's blindfolded and she's bound. So this is how you might feel. You might feel like you're so bound to the situation, that you're so stuck in there. But all that you need to do, Aries, is you can walk free, okay? There's nothing that's physically holding you. It is more mentally where you are holding yourself back, all right? But now it's time to stand up and shine and be your light. Be Aries, be who you are, okay? And wow, beautiful. What a way to end. The Nine of Cups. This is you getting your wish fulfillment. I'm seeing for some of you, be careful of parties and drinking. There could be a lot of that going around. Oh, nice. But I'm also feeling that this is you manifesting the outcome that you want. You feeling where, the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. This is where you've received everything that you want. This is good health. This is material abundance coming in for you, but definitely very fitting with the Hanged Man. There's some sort of self-sacrifice that you need to do right now. There's some form of where you need to realize something, open up your eyes and look from a different point of view, okay, to manifest this greatness that's coming into your life. All right, guys, so I just want to pop this book over here. I'm going to be reading now for you from the Diana Cooper. I'm not going to be reading it, but it's Diana Cooper, Archangel Animal. To save time, because my video does cut out on like 30 minutes. I'm already on 27 minutes. The card that came out for you is Dog. Now, this is such a cute card, you guys. I'm trying not to get the glare. But anyways, it's Dog. And this is telling you to be very disciplined. Be disciplined in yourself. Be disciplined in your home and in your community. Spirit is asking you right now to try to discipline your emotions. Don't go all crazy and create chaos. And if things is chaotic in any of your life areas, then try to bring a sense of calmness to it. And look at all of the relationships that you're in at the moment. This can be relationships with your spouse, with your family, with your colleagues, with your children, even with your own animals at home. Is there a level of respect between you guys? Is there a level of loyalty, or do you guys backstab and talk shit about each other? How loyal are you to yourself even? Do you respect yourself? Are you disciplined? You see, because your relationships reflect what you put into your relationships. And this is key to understanding why some things in our life, doesn't always, we don't understand why people are acting the way they are, why they're saying things that we are. But it's kind of that mirror effect. What you see in others exists in yourself. What you put into a relationship, what you put into a work, is what is in yourself as well. All right, and those people and that situations are going to reflect that right back at you. Hey, sorry, I've got dogs here and they're not disciplined. All right, and you also need to practice a bit of self-control. I'm picking up. You know, a dog that is not disciplined, a dog that is just left to their own devices, they can become quite selfish. They snatch for food, they growl, they bite, they bark, they destroy things. So how disciplined are you within yourself? Do you go around destroying things and barking and biting at everybody? Or is there a level, and that is perhaps why people around you act in certain ways, or maybe somebody's treating you in that manner, Aries. But try to look how you handle situations and the people around you. All right. Then the next card that came out from the Literary Witches, you can get this on Amazon as well. I buy mine at bookstores, but it will be there. And the card that came out for you was Teacup. And I don't get this card very often, but teacup is, it means that you should try to rest and ease up a little bit, okay? Take a break and try not to be all over the show, especially with the Two of Pentacles. Try to balance yourself eternally as well as in the physical realm. Don't take on too much. And also, be open to change, all right? There's not much things that meets the eye. You need to drink from the cup of tea that you made, okay? It's kind of like you got to lay in the bed that you made. This is going to be a very reflective time for you, Aries, where you're going to look further than just yourself. And when you do this, you're going to be able to start understanding people and develop more meaningful relationships with the people around you as well. All right, I am going to read for you from the Sacred Power reading cards. This is a beautiful, beautiful oracle deck, guys. There's not much cards in there, but there doesn't need to. And I don't know, there's something about the smell of this box that just like blows my mind. And the card that came for you is very fitting, is protection. And your card says, you are safe and protected. Honor your integrity. Always prepared for battle, the knight offers security to those who are unable to help themselves. A symbol of honor, protection, and integrity throughout history, knights obeyed strict rules and codes of conduct of virtue and faith. Previously, you may have been on the receiving end of jealous comments, gossip, or even corporate backstabbing, making you cautious around others. And I must just stop there. That is something that the Page of Swords can often represent as well, is gossiping and spying and people just being really nasty to you and behind your back as well, okay? Honorable intentions are questioned now, so stay on guard. Sinister activities are happening behind the scenes. Take a firm approach. Your soul knows that you need protection. Know that you are supported with love and heavenly guidance. Spiritually, you may have felt that you have been under attack from others. Be aware of the impact of your own energy and other people's emotions in response. Do you thrive or do you involve yourself in drama? It's important to remember that no matter how people react in any given circumstance, you can only control your actions and no one else. Try not to take things personally. You are asked now to follow through and act with integrity. Be impeccable with your word and say what you mean and mean what you say. Right now, the knight is asking you to stand guard and be firm with your beliefs and actions. Complacency can be risky right now, so get all your facts straight before you act. Speak your truth about all matters important to your heart and have faith. You have the strength to get through any challenges you face now. Your patience is being challenged. Focus on your own energy and how you can improve and strengthen your state of being without compromising your integrity.